Hi everyone, welcome back to Nomazdiary. Thank you so much for clicking on yet another video. Today I'm sharing exactly how I paid off my car way faster than the bank had expected me to. And if you're on a debt freedom journey, if you want financial peace in 2026, if you are also trying to pay off your car faster than the bank has told you to, this video is going to be for you. So let's get straight into it. So the very first thing that I did was I put down a deposit on my car. Most people skip this step because they want to drive out immediately, but that deposit lowered my installment. If you've been following me for a while, you know that I used to pay like 2,500 Rand on my car a month. And because the monthly installment, the monthly installment was quite small, I could afford to pay extra every single month. Now, this one is the most underrated strategies. People, they say don't put a deposit in your car or whatever, but it really worked for me. If you're trying to buy your car, then this might also work for you. It shortened my loan term, and even the small deposit, it made a huge difference. I put a deposit of 77,000 Rand. And I did share that I used my box envelopes challenge to save the money, the 50,000, and I also had another 27,000 as well saved. So that did really help me. Second thing that I did was I paid more than the minimum that was expected. Just because the bank says 72 months does not mean it must take you 72 months. Every little extra amount that you put into your debt goes a long way. After the debit order goes off, so the 2,500 Rand would go off, it will reflect on my West Bank. So it's through FNB, so I'd see it through the app, and then I'll just transfer the extra amounts and they'll go straight into the principal amounts, which reduced the interest, because the lower the capital that you owe the bank, then the interest, because it doesn't really change much. So then the interest is now lower because the interest on the capital is now lower. So then the interest amount is now lower. I made it my mission to add extra something every single month. Some months were small, some months were big, but consistency really shaved off that debt and the months of me paying off my car. Now this step number 3, is probably the most important one. I created a second stream of income and a third stream of income. I basically relied on more than my full-time job to bring in money to help me pay off debt. Your salary alone will not really help you pay off the debt quickly because you've got other bills as well. So I tried a lot of things. I sold digital products, and if you want to know more about how to sell digital products, I do have some free videos available here on YouTube, or you can join my bootcamp, which is currently on sale. There's pre-recorded videos and a whole bunch of courses that are going to help you build a brand that is magnetic and that will help you be able to get a community that wants whatever it is that you have to offer. I also launched my physical product, so my budget planners, and that brought in extra money as well that I literally did not enjoy till today. I still do not enjoy any of my profits because it goes straight into my priorities, which is getting out of debt. Another thing that helped me get extra income was work incentives. So where I used to work, they had incentives if you reach a target or go above target. So I always try and reach my target. Actually, I reached my target quite most of the time. I worked in sales, and when you reach a target, you get like another check or an extra money here, or sometimes when I would drive to like schools that are way far. Like for example, I live in Durban, and sometimes we would have to drive to like Richards Bay, Eshowe, like really far to speak to the schools and do presentations in schools. You would get money back through mileage or whatever, and that would help me put extra into my debt. So you can just ask yourself, what is it that you can do right now? Digital product is the best thing that happened to me because you create the product once, and then once someone finds it, you make money and you don't have to create it again. You didn't have to ship anything out. So it's the best way for me to start making a little bit of money online. It just pushed me to serve more people free, because the people that really enjoy your free content or your free value that you give them, they will end up buying a product from you, even if it's just R100 product. So that brings me to another thing that I did, was to serve people on YouTube, people like you, that I put content out there, put value out there, and they are interested. I ended up being monetized on YouTube. I got monetized really late on YouTube. I got monetized end of 2022 going to 2023, but I don't know what's up at the post office here in South Africa. I only got the letter with that code that you receive after getting monetized on YouTube later in 2023. So I only started to get the money from YouTube, from AdSense, in 2023, and then I used that money into attacking my car and my other debt as well. So every rand that you get, you must put it straight into your debt, your car, if you're trying to pay off your car. When you create additional income, you speed up your debt-free journey in a massive way. In that way, your income, your salary income, is only focused on your bills as normal, and then the extra income is focused on your priority, which for me at the time was paying off my car. And right now, I'm starting a new journey in 2026. We'll be paying off 400,000 Rand in debt. So if you want to follow along the journey, then do subscribe. Or if you want me to coach you as well in your journey, then I'll leave the details below. Number 4. So the fourth thing that I did was to track my spending. Like, track every single penny. Where is your money actually going? So I used my own budget planner and my budget tracker. What I love about my spreadsheet is that it shows you that out of how much you are owing and how much interest it has, this is how much is actually going on to interest, and this is how much is actually going on to the capital. This is how long it's going to take you to be debt free, and this is how much you'll end up paying the bank and making them rich. And that made me sick to my stomach. You can watch my journey here on YouTube of paying off my other loan, because I shared it with you, which I'm going to share the next journey as well of paying off this loan with my husband. But what helps is tracking, knowing exactly where the money is going and how much you have to go. And it feels so real when you start seeing, like, oh my gosh, if I could just pay this amount of money for the next few months, I will pay off this amount of debt. But if you don't know, you cannot change what you don't know. So a budget isn't about restricting you. It's about, like, awareness. You need to be aware of where your pennies are going, and are they going where your goals are? Are they aligned with what you are trying to achieve? Once I saw where my money was actually going, it became easier to redirect money from unnecessary spending straight into my car. It made it easy for me to say no to things that are not aligned with my goals, which is paying off my car. Tracking your money is one of the most powerful tools in this journey. And at first, it's going to be hard. It's going to be quite hectic, because it's literally you coming face to face with what's putting you in a situation where you're not happy. But once you know, you cannot unknow, and now you can make changes. And again, if you are not sure where to start, what to look at, then you can book a one-on-one with me, and I can help you and kind of direct you and motivate you and guide you and assist you, like how I've assisted quite a lot of people in the journey as well. But if you're like, oh, I'm a little bit ashamed and I just want to do this on my own, then get the budget tracker, the spreadsheet, and literally it's going to help you step by step, showing you exactly how much you have to go. And if you put this amount of money, then you're going to pay off your debt in this much, and it's going to give you ideas like, oh, if I put like an extra 20K, I will drop the interest in this much, which means my bonus is that amount of money. Let me rather put it there, because I know a lot of you have got bonuses coming in. You need to prioritize what is it that you want to achieve in your life, which for me is getting out of debt. Number 5. So the step 5 that I did, I had to recenter myself. I'm not trying to do everything. I did try that. It didn't work. So number 5 was I had to prioritize paying off debt over investing. So I don't have a big portfolio, and that's because I'm trying to get out of debt. In my debt right now, I'm paying 13,750 a month, and I invest 1,500 Rand a month. But once I pay off my debt, so right now, I'm probably going to drop my investments to 1,000 and also change my food meal planning and all of that, basically, to prioritize debt. So I'll be paying way more in debt next year, and I'll be sharing the journey with you. That's the thing for 2026. I want to be debt free. Nomazdiary will be debt free. I'm just literally going to go head on shooting for the moon. And if I don't end up achieving that, I'm going to land amongst the stars. But once I achieve it, I've got over 13,000 Rand that I can now start investing monthly. So you just have to ask yourself, what is your priority right now? And right now, my priority is to get out of debt. And I know this one is controversial, and it is what it is. This is my life. This is the decision that we have made. And here's the truth: you cannot pour into a leaking bucket. You need to get rid of that bucket. If that bucket, you are pouring money, and it's leaking. So if your debt is costing you 12%, 15%, 20% of interest, but your investments are only giving you like 7%, 10%, you're still losing money. Your net worth is not going up. So you need to really recenter yourself. And for this season right now, I am choosing to pause investing and put a little bit that I can just to get the journey going. But my focus is on clearing out my debt. And once the car was paid off, I started then opening my retirement annuity. But now also, I want to build more of my portfolio for my other big goals, but I need to get out of the current debt that I'm in. And number 6, probably the most important part of me, was connecting my spirituality with my finances. This helps build character. I chose to focus on mindset, believing that it is possible that I could get out of debt. And at that time, this is something I've never shared. I had already started quite quitting. So looking for an escape plan for my full-time job. And I knew that I cannot leave my full-time job if I still have my car to pay for. So I wanted to get rid of that so that if I leave my full-time job, I'm not worried about my car debt. And I had to change my mindset, and I had to focus on what benefit is this going to bring in my life. So I had to believe that I could do it. I had to believe that it is possible. Number 2, I focus on trusting the process. When you start your journey and you're putting 500 Rand a month or whatever extra that you have, 200 Rand, 1,000 Rand a month, it's going to look like the debt is not even going down. Because the following month, when the interest comes in, it's like, oh, now I'm back to that number again. But if you just stay consistent and you trust God with the journey, and you trust that God can see that you are doing your best, you are showing up as your best, then you let Him do the rest, you'll see things happening. You're going to get an offer for another job that's paying you more. You're going to get an incentive at work that you didn't know was coming. Or you'll make a lot of sales on your digital product and make a lot of money. Things that happened literally to me. And I was able to put that money into my car debt. And I focus on improving daily, so small steps, not perfection. A lot of us end up not getting out of debt because we don't have that big lump sum of money to pay it in the debt and finish the debt. So I focused on daily little improvements that I can make into paying off my car. Now, because I connected my spirituality with my financial journey, which obviously right now that's the one drive that I have, having that faith, knowing that, God has a plan for me and then the plan is for good, it gave me that willpower to stay disciplined and not want to disappoint my Father in heaven, my dad, our Heavenly Father. So I didn't want to disappoint Him by taking the money and spending it on eating out or things like shopping for clothes, like things that are going to be there even after I've paid off my debt. The food that you enjoy, the drinks that you enjoy, the restaurants that you enjoy, the clothes that you enjoy, they're not going anywhere. Actually, it's going to get better. So right now, temporary, if you have the willpower to just focus on paying off your debt, once you pay off your debt, you're going to have more extra money to buy those things, go out, do whatever. Obviously, at that time, I know that your character will be different. You're going to have a different perspective of money because this is literally a spiritual journey. But also, you're going to have more discipline on prioritizing what matters to you long term than just the now. I also celebrated my wins. So even the small ones, the fact that this week I put in 500 Rand or 300 Rand or whatever I could, I didn't eat out. I transferred that money into um, debt. I did no spend challenges or all of those things that I'm going to do with you if you join my debt free diaries. So I celebrated each and every win, and it felt like an achievement, and it made me stay positive and focused on the journey while enjoying it as well. My debt free journey it wasn't just like practical, just like money, sending money. It was actually spiritual. I prayed, I trusted, I committed to the journey, and God truly carried me throughout the process. And I know He's going to do it again because we have another big journey that we are starting from now. And I'll share the journey with you as well because I know you guys enjoy that. You're going to be motivated by that. But also, if you just need that direction, then I'm available for you. My slots do fill up quickly, so I am booking for the first quarter already, January, February, and March. So if you would like that, I'm here to assist. And those are the 6 steps that helped me pay off my car quickly. And I really hope that it helped you. If this blessed you or motivated you, hit the like button, subscribe, comment below with where you are on your debt and what's your financial goals. And are you also on a debt free journey for 2026? And again, if you need my help with getting started, then join the Debt Free Diaries coaching. It's linked below. It is a once-off payment, and it comes with a spreadsheet, a 60 minutes one-on-one with me, and also an accountability group that's going to help you take back control over your finances with peace and purpose. Thank you so much for watching, and please remember, financial freedom is possible for you and for me. All we have to do is just focus, change our mindsets, and tackle this debt because it does not have to control us. See you on the next video. Bye.